Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rene and I am a former public school teacher turned homeschool mom of 2 boys. In today's video, I'm going to talk about kind of what our plans are for homeschooling over this summer. Now, you certainly don't have to homeschool over the summer if you're new to homeschooling. It's perfectly fine to take a break. However, for our family, I do feel like we tend to lean a little bit more towards school year round, but maybe not quite in the traditional sense because we're not necessarily using the same curriculum year round. We do lighten things up in the summer and use some different resources, but I do feel like it's important that my kids continue to learn in the summer, especially at these young ages. I currently have a rising first grader, so I really need to make sure he's staying on top of his learning because his retention is just not great. Even over just the 2 weeks we took off for Christmas break this year, I saw some regression, and so summer learning loss would definitely be a real reality for him. And I really just want to make sure we don't lose all the progress we made this year. So I definitely want to keep up the learning. But I also do want it to feel like a break, like I want it to be a lot lighter than our school year. So I just picked up some resources that I felt like would really complement what we did this year and kind of get us ready for the fall. We do still plan to take a few weeks breaks here and there. We took a week off right at the beginning of the summer just to kind of ease into the summer. I was actually potty training my youngest, and my eldest is starting swim lessons. So the beginning of our summer was a little bit busy, so we took some break there. And we'll take some break again at the end. For those of you who don't know, I'm a working homeschool mom and my work is very, very busy at the end of the summer. So we'll take some breaks there as well right before the school year starts. So don't feel like we're not taking any breaks, we definitely are, but in between that we have several weeks of summer where I do want some learning to happen. So what we're going to be using, I'm going to go ahead and share with you. For the first few weeks of our summer learning time, I really wanted to focus on 2 skills that I felt like we hadn't really mastered this year that I wanted us to. The first was being able to write our numbers correctly. Now, I mentioned in my kindergarten curriculum picks that my son really struggles with writing. His handwriting and letter formation and number formation is just really his struggle subject right now, which is very common. He is very young. He's still just 5 years old. He'll turn 6 this summer. So his hand muscles are still developing, I know, and I know he'll get there, but that is definitely something that he's currently struggling with. And I really want him to be able to scribe his own numbers when we get into first grade math. And so because we didn't quite get there this year, I really want to work on that over the summer. So I actually picked up these little rhyming, it's like little rhymes to show you how to form the numbers. And I actually got this from teachingmama.org. But I actually did not find this resource on my own. I actually got this from another homeschool mama here on YouTube, Brittany Olga. If you have not checked her channel out, she's like one of my faves to watch here on YouTube. But she mentioned that her daughters really loved this. And I liked the idea of kind of getting my son some rhyme or something to kind of help him remember how to form the numbers. So we decided to try this out. And so we've actually just started it. I'm just going to go in number order. We're going to start with 0, which I feel like is probably one of the easiest, then go to 1, and then so forth. And each one just has a little rhyme to show you how to make the number. So we're going to just go through each day, go over the rhyme, have him practice a few of those numbers on a piece of paper. And of course, if we get stuck on one, we'll just continue to practice that one until we kind of get it. And then just continue to review. So for the first few weeks, I really just want to go over some number formation for him. And hopefully this will help kind of solidify that a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just if we could get some semi-legible numbers, that way he could start writing his own math answers, that would be just really helpful for our first grade year. So that's one thing that we're going to be doing at the beginning of the summer. Another thing that we did not master this year that I really would like him to finish, or not finish, but continue to master over the summer is B and D reversal. So he really struggles with B and D reversal, which again is extremely normal for early readers. And he actually is really thriving in reading. It's just the B and D reversal for whatever reason is tripping him up, and so it really stunts his reading because he'll be reading pretty fluently, and then he'll get to a B or D word, and then that kind of slows him down. So I really like him to kind of get those straight so that he doesn't continue having to pause and figure those out. So what I did is I actually went on the All About Reading website, which is the reading curriculum that we use, and they have these free printables to tell the difference between B and D. So they teach that D is a doorknob. So it says first you grab the doorknob, then you open the door. So again, just a fun little rhyme and picture to kind of show what this is. We did go over this some this year already, but I just want to continue to review and, go over it. So we're going to go over that one. And then for the B, B is for baseball. So first you get your bat, and then you grab your baseball, or then you hit your ball. So we're going to go over that to review how to make a B. And then what I did, guys, I didn't want to spend a lot of money on this, so I just went on Teachers Pay Teachers and literally printed every B and D reversal thing that I liked. So I just have like a whole stack here. These are from all different Teacher Pay Teachers stores, but if you go to Teachers Pay Teachers and just look up BD reversal and then filter it by free, you can find a ton of these. So there's ones where you color them different colors. I'll try to just show you a few of these in here. You could use like do-a-dot markers on here. Some of them were like little game boards. And then there was like, find the B's and the D's. And then even like at the end, I just printed off some like words to practice reading, once we've kind of been working on the B and D reversal. So I'm hoping, that this will help him really solidify that. I don't know how helpful this will be. I'll try to keep you guys updated if this works or not, but it's just something I really wanted to get him doing better on, because again, it is just really interrupting his reading, and I really want him to be able to, read without that hindrance. So that for the first few weeks, that's really all I have planned for is those two things. I just want to focus on the B and D reversals and the numbers. But after those first few weeks, we're going to start hitting our like real summer learning a little bit more. So I did pick up some actual summer learning curriculum that we're actually going to be using. So after we finish those, we'll jump into our actual curriculum. The first thing that we're going to be doing is this handwriting book. Again, I mentioned this in our kindergarten curriculum picks. We did this book already, but my son, again, is still struggling. And I really did like this book, and I haven't found anything else that I like as well. So I just bought it again, and we're doing it again because my son just really needs more practice with it. So we bought it again, but we didn't quite finish it during the year. So we're just going to be finishing this over the summer and hopefully starting in the next level come the fall. So this will just be his kind of daily handwriting practice. We'll just do a page or two a day on the days that we do school, and that won't be too big of a deal, hopefully. For math, I'm actually probably most excited about our math over the summer. I picked up this Evan Moore skill sharpeners. And guys, I went through a lot of the different like math workbooks they have for summer, and I really, really liked this one. So this one is super fun. It's split up into different like units. So for example, this is like the bug unit, and so like all the stuff is bug themed. Or like, let me pull up a later one. So like this is like the vehicle unit, and I just thought my son would just love these little units. And it's just kind of a good review of everything we went over in kindergarten math. I would say, at least for this year, math was definitely my son's strongest subject. So I'm not really like concerned about his math at all. This is just to keep it fresh, keep it reviewed. A lot of the earlier activities in this book will probably be like slightly under his level. But again, I'm also hoping that this will give him a chance to practice some of his number writing as well. So after we finish the number writing, we're going to jump into this math. Unless we end up doing way more than I've planned, we probably won't finish this over the summer, and I will just have to make the decision come fall if we want to kind of start our first grade year just finishing this and then jump into our first grade math curriculum, or if I just want to kind of drop it when summer ends. I'll have to decide kind of how I feel about this. Part of me likes the idea of finishing it just because it's almost like, I don't know, I kind of feel like it's good to use different curriculums sometimes, because if one curriculum had any gaps or anything, maybe this one will fill them. So I kind of like the idea of completing something else for math kindergarten just to make sure we checked all the boxes. So I don't know, we'll see how we feel and how we like it over the summer, but this is our plan currently for math for the summer. And again, my plan is to just do a page or two a day, nothing that's going to take very long at all. Because again, I do want summer to feel like a little bit of a break. And then the last thing we're going to be doing would be for reading. And I picked up this Elemental Phonics Level 1. Now, this is a little bit below where my son is currently, because we have been doing all about reading Level 1, and we have surpassed where this goes. However, I kind of wanted to bring it back to basics a little bit, just because I've noticed with my son that he's started to, as he's been reading more and more, he's starting to guess more at things. He's not paying as much of attention to all the letters and the words, and he's just kind of reading the first part and guessing, or reading the last part and guessing. And so I kind of wanted to just have him really go back and practice blending correctly a little bit more. So this book, if you're not familiar with it, it actually starts out very basic, just with like reviewing your letter sounds. And then it goes into just practicing blending, not even words yet, but just, blending sounds. And again, I think this will help with that B and D reversal, and I think it'll also help with him practicing blending. I'm going to have him, put his finger on the dot and say the letters, and I'm hoping that'll kind of help curb some of that guessing habit. And as this book goes on, then it gets into CVC words, which again, my son is reading CVC words fine. Like, this is very much going to be easy for him, but just really want to have him practice that blending with the finger underneath the letters, like specifically. And then at the end, it'll have a few like short sentences. So again, I plan to just do a page or two of this a day. It should be very, very simple and easy for my son, but just keeping that fresh in our brain and practicing that blending. In addition to this, for reading, we are doing our library summer reading program, which my son has been super, super into. So he's just been reading some of the beginner readers we have around our house, like some that he's already read, just rereading them, for the summer reading program. So he's also getting some additional reading practice there, but this is just the only like reading instruction we're going to be doing over the summer. And that is really it, guys. That is all that we're using for summer. Again, we're keeping it simple. I don't expect that this will take us longer than like 15-20 minutes a day, tops. So again, we're going to be practicing our numbers and our B and D reversals at first, and then we'll move into some of these workbooks, doing a page or two a day. That's it, keeping it simple. I plan to just do a few pages after breakfast, and then we'll go on with our summer day. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and go check out my channel to see my other homeschooling videos. Y'all have a great day.